past work experiences? Well, I worked in retail, and before I ended up working in healthcare, I really started out in healthcare only because I worked with a coworker who was doing her CNA, and I really did it for the money. She said she was going to be making $16 an hour, and I was like, wow, I was impressed. And so I went for it. There was a nursing home that offered, you got paid and trained at the same time. Well, come to my knowledge, I wasn't making $16 an hour. I really only made $9.75, but it was a benefit to get trained. Took me a little bit to get used to what I signed myself up to do, and I liked it. The job was rewarding. I knew that I was helping people that couldn't help themselves anymore. I decided, I had a plan. I had a 5-year plan of how long I was going to work as in a skilled facility, and I did really stick to that 5-year plan. It can be a little depressing, I say, because you take care of these people and then one day they won't be there. But I wanted more. I decided to work. When I moved to Vermont, I worked in the nursing home because I worked there. I needed to establish myself there in a new state. So I decided to volunteer. I volunteered at the hospital because I came to the realization no matter how much I applied to get a position, it wasn't easy. So I volunteered for about 2 months, and there were job postings. We had walls, and they posted jobs. And there was this one. It was posted for a surgical nursing tech assistant, and I got the position, and I got to work in the main operating room. I had 3-month extensive training, basically teaching me how to do the different types of specialties, from general surgery to urology, GYN, and orthopedics. And there was spinal nerve, which is neurology, which is part of orthopedics as well. I worked on my own. I basically did transport, housekeeping, and an LNA, and helping anesthesia. It was I had 5 positions in one. It was a very small OR. It was just a 5-suite, so it was really small. I met someone, so I decided I had to move to New Hampshire. So I found a position with working in a doctor's office, which was awesome because it was really specialized, and that was an OBGYN. So I got to learn what an OBGYN clinic does. So I had to prep charts, set up for different types of procedures, OB, which is women who are pregnant and babies, and setting up non-stress tests, and doing blood sugars, and entering labs, and basically what a doctor office does. Very little to do at the front, setting up appointments. So that's what you had the front end staff doing. I did vitals when the patients came in, and basically gave them a report for their end of visit. Well, it was a long travel, so I decided to really focus myself on a different hospital that was a half an hour away from home instead of the hour drive that I was doing there and back. So I decided to do that. And working 5 days a week with a little one at home was kind of hard, and being away from home for 12 hours. So I was persistent. I applied to every position I could that I was overqualified. And after about 5 months, I got myself a position as a LNA, which is a licensed nursing assistant, working on a medical surgical floor. Basically, it was a medical specialty, so we also had, it was an overflow for orthopedics as well at the time. So I basically did direct patient care for 12 hours, 3 times a week. And I've been there since, except till recently. I now do work in a doctor's office, 10 minutes from home, and I am a medical assistant. And currently, I am being trained to be certified. And that's what my career has been like ever since 1997.